the sign, the miracle that I'm going to show you is the miracle of Jonah. So we are asking, what miracle did Jonah perform? So you go to the book of Jonah and you read there that Jonah was sent to the Ninevites, a city called Nineveh of 100,000 people. God Almighty tells him, go to Nineveh and warn the people that they must repent in sackcloth and in ashes, meaning they must humble themselves before the Lord. But Jonah, instead of going to Nineveh, he goes to Joppa and he's running away. He's going to Tarshish. Because he's despondent that these materialistic people, wicked and adulterous generation of his time, they will not listen to me. So presumptuously, he is running away. And at sea there's a storm. And according to the superstitions of these people, anybody who runs away from his master's command creates such a turmoil at sea. So they began to question who can be responsible. So Jonah, Hazrat Yunus alayhi salam, Jonah now realizes that he's the guilty man because he's running away from his master's command. So he volunteers. He said, look, I'm the guilty man. God is after my blood and he's going to sink the boat to kill me. And in the process, you innocent people will die. You rather take me and you throw me overboard. It'll be all right for you. He makes a manly comeback. They say, no. You might be wanting to commit suicide. You want us to help you? No. We have our own system of finding out right from wrong. What is called casting of lots, like head or tail. And according to that system, it came to the turn of Jonah that Jonah was the guilty man. So they took him and they threw him overboard. So we are asking our Christian brethren that when they threw him overboard, was he dead or was he alive? But to make it easy for them, we have to tell them that, look, this man volunteered. And when a man volunteers, you don't have to strangle him before throwing. When a man volunteers, you don't have to spear him before throwing. When a man volunteers, you don't have to break his arm or limb before throwing. Am I right? He volunteered. He said, throw me. So when they threw him overboard, was he dead or was he alive? What do you say? What do you say? Tell me, quickly. Alive. A little more loud. I want to hear it from your mouth. Alive. A fish comes and gobbles him up. Dead or alive? Alive. From the fish's belly, he's praying to God for help. Do dead people pray? No. So he was alive. 3 days and 3 nights the fish takes him around the ocean. Dead or alive? Alive. On the 3rd day vomits him on the seashore? Alive. Look, Jesus said, for as Jonah was, so shall the Son of Man be. The only miracle. He didn't say blind Bartimaeus, I healed him. You know that woman with issues, she was bleeding for ages and she touched me and she got healed. You know those 2,000 pigs I destroyed. You know the fig tree I dried it up from its very roots. Nothing. You know Lazarus, I brought him back from the dead. Nothing. The only sign I'm giving you is the sign of Jonah. What happened to Jonah is going to happen to me. The miracle of Jonah is my miracle. So we are asking, how was Jonah? Dead or alive? And the Jews say he was alive. And the Christians say he was alive. And the Muslims say he was alive. For 3 days and 3 nights, the man was alive through and through. It's a miracle. It's a miracle that you throw a man into a raging sea and he doesn't die. It's a miracle. A fish gobbles a man, he ought to die. He didn't die. It's a miracle. 3 days and 3 nights suffocation and heat in the whale's belly, he ought to die. He didn't die. It's a miracle. It's a miracle of a miracle of a miracle. Can you see? Impossibility. But that's what makes it a miracle, a sign. Now, ask our Christian brethren. How was Jesus in the tomb for 3 days and 3 nights? 1,200 million Christians, they say he was dead. Is that like Jonah in your language or unlike Jonah in your language? Is that suas Jonah or ni suas Jonah? Ask them in your language. The man says one suas Jonah, like Jonah, Jengo Jonah. Yes. I said, in your language, please tell me, you are telling me, Jesus said he'll be like Jonah. You are telling me he was unlike Jonah. So who's speaking the truth, you or Jesus? Who is speaking the truth? Is Jesus lying or you are lying? Tell me now. Who between the two of you, the 1,000 million Christians or Jesus Christ? Who is not speaking the truth? Will you please tell us? He said he'll be like Jonah, and you say, and that's the only miracle. No, they say. He said, no, he was emphasizing the time factor. Can't you see? He said, for as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights. He uses the word 3 4 times to emphasize the time factor. I said, look, there's nothing miraculous about a time factor. 3 days and 3 nights is not a miracle. The miracle is you expect a man to die and he doesn't die. That's a miracle. You know, the first time I came to your country, beautiful mother city, you know, it took me 3 days and 3 nights in that train, that old train, Orange Express. 3 days. So it's a miracle. The miracle of Deedat took him 3 days and 3 nights. Is that a miracle? It took me 3 days and 3 nights, man, coming from Durban to Cape Town. 3 days and 3 nights. I said, look, it's a miracle. He said, nonsense, silly. And how can you talk like that? Yes, how can I talk like that? He says, there's nothing miraculous about 3 days and 3 nights, or 3 weeks and 3 years, what it is, nothing. But the man, drowning man, clutching at straws, his whole salvation is depending on this. So he says, it's the day, the night and day. He says, no, it's a time factor. So, all right, time factor. When was he crucified? So it's a Friday afternoon. How long was he on the cross? Some say 3 hours, some say 6 hours. I say, whatever you say, I accept. You know, the Jews were in a hurry to put him up. You know why? Because of the general public. He was a hero to the people. He was a hero to the people. And if your hero's life is in danger, there could be a riot. People, things can go out of hand. So before that happens, quickly, hurry, they wanted to hang him up. But when they put him up according to the scriptures, they're now in a hurry to bring him down. You know why? Because of the Sabbath. And Friday at sunset, according to the Jewish calculation, it is Saturday. We are now Saturday. According to Jews, this is Sunday. We are in Sunday night. According to the Islamic calculation, we are in Sunday night. But for usage, we say Saturday night. Meet us here, otherwise you get confused. So before sunset on Friday, they had to bring the body down. And they say they brought it down. That's all right. And they give him a burial wash, which takes a couple of hours, according to this Campus Crusade author. Couple of hours. And they put 100-pound weight of medicines around the man. Camphor and frankincense and what, 100 pounds. He just don't put it like that, 100 pounds. And then they put a winding sheet around him. By the time they finished, it's already evening. So Friday night, in the evening, they're supposed to have put him into the sepulchre. Right? And the whole Christian world says right. So Friday night, he's supposed to be in the grave. I said, watch my fingers. He says, right. He said, right. Saturday daytime, Jesus divided the day into day and night part. So we do the same. Saturday day, he's still supposed to be in the grave. Right? He said, right. Saturday night, he's still supposed to be in the grave. Right? He says, right. Sunday morning, first day of the week, Mary Magdalene goes to the tomb and the tomb is empty. Right? He says, right. So how many days and how many nights? Believe me, that the learned man, the born again, he's looking between my 2 hands. I said, what's wrong? Can't you see? Look at this man. No, he can't. He's puzzled. You know why? Because once was Jonah, drie dagen en 3 nachten van de grootvis was. Zo zal de zien van hem 3 dagen en 3 nachten is in. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights. He has seen that. Now when he sees this, he's puzzled. Something has gone wrong. He's going to get caught. So he can't say, he can't make up his mind. I said, look, I will help you again. Look, I said, suppose. You know why? Because he could have come out Friday night. Around there was this vegetable garden and this his secret disciples' home, mansion. But because the Bible doesn't say, we won't say. So watch again. Friday night, right? Saturday day, right? Saturday night, right? Sunday morning, he's not there. Right? He says, right. How many days and how many nights? It's 2 nights and a day. Look, even an Einstein can't help you here. So he failed again a second time. He said he'll be like Jonah. You say he's unlike Jonah. You say, the Christians say he's unlike Jonah. That means one of you is lying, either Jesus Christ or you. You must decide between the 2 of you who is a liar. Number 2, he said 3 and 3 and you only see 2 and 1. He failed a second time. So now these plain truth people, you know, the plain Armstrong family, this Armstrong family, they say, no, there is no such thing as a Good Friday. This is a pagan idea. These are pagans. This Easter is pagan. Christmas is pagan. Who says the plain truth? 6 million copies a month they give out free. Beautiful magazine, you saw it. Beautiful magazine. Look at this. Free, absolutely free. They say that it was a Good Wednesday when Christ was crucified, not a Good Friday. It was a Good Wednesday. See, you must count backwards. From Sunday morning, count backwards. So when you cut backwards, you minus 3 and 3, then you get Good Wednesday. So now you start going forward, you'll get Sunday morning, 3 and 3, you'll get it fulfilled. So it's a Good Wednesday. I said, look, my people, I'm telling you now, you must be on guard. Because this magazine is very progressive. Sooner or later, all the Christians will opt for this, I'm telling you. And when that happens, our government is going to change Good Friday to Good Wednesday. And I want to tell you that when that happens, if I'm alive, I will come down from Durban and we will march